So welcome everyone to this last session on Zoom, where we will be focusing on what we have done so far in SFN 2.0, what's coming up in terms of funding calls, and what more we can do in this network. So if you remember the slide, some of you might remember this from our annual meeting in 2019, December, where we announced that we have secured funding for SFN 2.0, i.e. SFN Phase 2. We asked all the SFN members present there, what are their dreams for SFN 2.0? You said more collaboration, more networking opportunities, more sandpits, more interdisciplinary projects, and multidisciplinary projects, multidisciplinary team bringing into the network, YouTube channel, ECR opportunities, industrial engagement, policy engagement, support previously funded scoping projects, mentoring, international projects, international reach, more learning and development opportunities, more exchange between different countries. So we tried to deliver them in our first year, at least most of them. What we could not possibly do from our wish list was a trip to Africa. So some of you asked about a trip to Africa. Well, hopefully, you never know. By next year, we might be showcasing, some of our projects in one of the countries in Africa. Okay. So this is just to respond to Jeff's question about our SFN family and how big we are now. So we are around 1,200 members plus in about 18 countries. And hopefully with the scoping projects and proof of concept and ESR secondments, we might be expanding the reach as well. Just a quick update on what we have been doing over the past year. So we recruited around 21 SFN 2.0 champions and liaisons from the UK and ODA countries based in Asia and Africa. They have been absolutely fantastic support for all of our events and for helping co-design SFN projects. I would like to thank them all for their involvement in the network, and therefore, and there would be more positions out soon for further recruitment during September-October time. So keep an eye out. Shamal from Epi, who was our champion for collaborative projects, is now moving on to another country. So I would really like to thank him for his contribution to the network, and we would be recruiting a new champion for collaborative projects, along with a couple of more new champions and liaison positions for the network. So basically this champion would be, again, addressing some of the concerns that Diego has raised in terms of, can we have working groups, because I could see synergies between A, B, and C different projects, so we can bring them all together and we can sit and actually understand the synergies between the different projects, and we can plan for the larger grant funding. We ran 3 sandpits, virtual sandpits last year in July 2020. We were agile and responded to the situation, organized the sandpits around uncertainties such as COVID-19 and Brexit in 2020. And this year we ran 3 sandpits on theme Building Back Better and Fairer. We ran 2 impact forums with panel members from academia, industries, and policies, providing feedback to our scoping projects, PIs and co-Is for planning their impact on the research. One impact forum was focused on the UK, another was focused on the international countries. These were mentoring opportunities for SFN projects, PI and co-Is from experienced stakeholders and academics. So we had Asia and Africa launch events, and this positively reflected on our memberships and participation in sandpits. We had around 190 some applications this year for sandpit. We are now a family of 1,200 plus members, as I've just shown you in the previous slide. And I say family because this is a place where you could actually come and share your ideas, your thoughts, and you don't have to be really thinking twice whether my idea is good or not. We are not here to judge anyone. Every idea is a great idea. And we are here to understand each other's languages, each other's research priorities, each other's discipline as well, so that we can come together and design impact-led projects with challenges. We also established a few working groups last year for large grant proposals, and we managed to submit a few proposals. Some of them are under review still, But there have been few successes from the network to report. Two successful Raj grant proposals have been now converted into projects, and this was funded through BBSRC Strategic Priority Fund from the last round. So both around 6 million involving SFN members. One is called H3 project, and it is on healthy soil, healthy food, and healthy people, which is led by Sheffield Institute for Sustainable Food. Now, this institute is also providing SFN match funding for 5 scoping projects. Both Peter Jackson, Professor Peter Jackson and Professor Duncan Cameron, who are leading this institute and the project, are SFN steering committee members. This project also involves myself as one of the work package leads, and SFN's outreach manager, Christian Reynolds, who is also doing a phenomenal job of chairing the sessions today and keeping us all energized. Another project from this BBSRC funding call is Fix Our Food, and it is being led by York. Professor Bob Dorothy is the PI of this project. He is also a COI in SFN 2.0. There are other SFN COIs as well involved with this project. Professor Catherine Denby and Professor Sarah Bridle leading work packages within that project. So third success is very interesting project funded by SPRINT, which is Space Research and Innovation Network for Technology. This project is collaboration between a Lincoln-based SME NutraPharma and our SFN COI, Geraint Morgan, also known as TAP for many of you. This project was conceptualized during SFN Sandpit event last year. So I would strongly encourage you all to utilize opportunities for networking at SFN events and let us know what more we can do for you. So I'll come to that later on. Next, we conducted ECR survey for understanding their requirements and have incorporated them in our funding proposal for secondments or internship opportunities. We are also running a series of webinars with existing projects PIs, SFN champions, liaison, industry partners, STFC researchers, and we would be inviting external speakers as well in the coming few months. I would again strongly suggest you to be involved in this webinars if it is in your area of interest, of course, because it's not like a regular webinar. We are offering at least half an hour or 40 minutes sort of session after the webinar for networking on Wonder platform, again, where you can freely roam around, network, and talk to different people. There's a lot of space and scope of knowledge and ideas exchange even after the webinar. And we have launched our YouTube channel and where you can find more information about our events and projects. Finally, an update, we had 2 babies in 2020, both myself and Alison, whom you all know from SFN Phase 1. She has been an excellent network coordinator. She is still an excellent network coordinator. We delivered a baby 5 months apart. Alison is now back part-time and will be with us until early next year. So please join me in welcoming Alison back. And for those who know her, would absolutely agree that perfection and Alison could be synonymous. And this also brings me to Gareth, because this means that we will have Gareth continuing as network coordinator and or network co-coordinator, if there's any word existing like that. He has been almost like a godsend for this network, and sorry to put you on spot, Gareth, and has been a brain behind most of the events organized during my and Alison's maternity leave. So I would not take all the credits to myself or to the network. It's really Gareth's hard work, as well as our entire network coming together and supporting him. So he really deserves all applauses. So thank you, Gareth, for putting in so much of hard work in this network and organizing all these events to perfection at such difficult time. Okay, now, since we are thanking people, before I move on to the next round, since we are thanking people without whom this network would not function in a way that it has been functioning, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Jeff McBride for being a phenomenal support for the network. He is, in a true sense, a big daddy to the network. Sorry, Jeff, for putting you on spot. It was his idea in the first place to have this network, and we have been closely working for about 5 years now. He looks quite serious in the photograph, but he is a very funny person, very approachable, full of positivity and passion about agri-food, soil, water, and a knowledge bank. who knows almost everyone in STFC and has been so helpful for the network, co-designing some of the interesting projects and helping us to connect with the high-profile people within the policy environment as well. So he will be now taking a new role within UKRI. I would like to thank him for all his time, energy, enthusiasm, passion for the network, and wish him success in his future projects. I'm sure wherever he goes, whatever team he leads, he would create similar magic like SFN. You will always be a big daddy for SFN, Jeff, and we would like to have closing remarks from you after my presentation. Okay, now coming to the calls. So call for proof of concept proposals opens on 3rd of August 2021 with a deadline of 1st of November 2021. Project funding is up to £25,000. It's about 12 months in duration. So the start would be between January and April 2022, but the end should not be later than March 2023. Okay. So all the details would be passed on to you, and proof of concepts could be either building on the work of SFN scoping projects awarded between 2018 and 2020, applying STFC capabilities for the use in food research and industry or policy, and demonstrating significant impact potential, either via follow-on funding, social or environmental impact, or commercial application. The POC proposal should draw on the findings of initial scoping project and must include industrial or policy partners, okay, or any non-academic partner, basically for impact. Now, new projects, there's a second stream that you could choose possibly, and the new projects applying for STFC capabilities for use in food research and industry policy, and demonstrating significant impact potential, i.e. via follow-on funding. Again, the same sort of criteria applies for applications following strand 1. Our project teams do not have to be same as the original scoping project. However, we would recommend that additional partner organizations should be included, and PI should have been either a PI or a co-I on the original project. Okay. So any more information you need about it, I'm available on Wonder, and we can talk you through it. Okay. SFN metrics. Now, again, remember this metrics, identify your projects, where does it sit for POC calls. It is similar to scoping project application, except that we are asking a bit more details in relation to case of support, pathways to impact, SDGs. So how, sorry about my dog. So how the project would impact and contribute to one of the indicators or one or more of the indicators within a specific SDG. So for example, if you're saying SDG 12, we would really like to know if it is SDG 12.2, 12.3, and how exactly it is going to contribute. We are also asking about the team expertise and complementarities and how STFC would be integrated. So POC has a compulsory requirement of involving industry or policy partners as beneficiaries. So please do utilize our networking events and platforms for discussions. Okay. Standard marking criteria, significance for food challenge, methodology and approach, STFC capabilities, their integration, pathways to impact, very important. Future plans, management plan, and track record of PIs and the POIs. And the results we are aiming to disclose by December 2021. Okay, coming to the next call, and it is about early career researchers. So call for early career researchers, secondments and internships open on it again opens on 3rd of August 2021 with a deadline of 1st of November 2021. Project funding is up to £5,000 and duration is around 2 weeks to 6 months. It could start sometime between January or June, but it should not be it should not be carrying forward after September 2022. Okay. And again, anyone who is currently a PhD student, I'm sorry, I've left this by mistake. It's for all, so for UK Lead and for ODAs. Okay, anyone who is a PhD student, PDRA or lecturer within 8 years of PhD completion can apply for this funding. The SFN has identified 4 internship pathways that are eligible for funding, receiving funding. These are policy pathway, industry pathway, STFC pathway, university pathway. Okay, now any pathway you choose, whichever pathway you choose, you have to obtain a letter of support from at least the host institution for the secondment before applying. And that's why we are giving you a bit more time, so until November, to apply. And this is the reason we would be organizing a couple of dedicated ECRs, networking events, where we would be inviting people and organizations who are willing to host ECRs and the prospective interns. So both interns and mentors could apply for this funding. I will be available to take any questions related to POC or ECRs internships on Wonder platform. Now, next. This is my favorite bit, because I really like to interact with you all, and especially like, you know, sitting at distance, like having talking through to you virtually makes a bit more monotonous. So we'd really like to have some sort of interactions with you on Mentimeter. So if you could log into Mentimeter, there are a few questions that I would like you to consider, and we can take you through those questions, what we are wanting to understand from them. So if you could log in using your mobile phone, tablets, or your laptop on www.menti.com. So what more we can do within SFN? A lot of different suggestions coming in, masterclasses, funding consultations. So yeah, definitely we are going to take these 2 up for sure. Consultation with industries, industry collaboration, larger grant consultations, leadership training, STFC capability, successful bits workshop, okay. CPD courses, a lot again, like in the masterclass, theme-based workshop. Yes, so we are definitely planning on that, especially you know, bringing the different groups together for working towards larger grant proposals. Okay, individual mentoring, that is also yeah, okay. Facilitate dialogue, sharing tech, training, yeah. All really good suggestions, to be honest. Policymakers' involvement, and again, I would really like to let you know that there are a few people from FSA and DEFRA who are attending today's conference. They were there yesterday as well in our networking session on Wonder. So if you do want to engage with them, you'll have to be present in our events and networking sessions, because they are there, you know, for you. So please do utilize this opportunity for consulting with them, for interacting with them. Okay, that's really good. Thank you for it. I'm just wanting to share another slide from Menti. This one. Okay, and this is what you told us about SFN Festivals. So you would like to have some webinars, a safe food showcase, linked to UN Summit and COP. Yes, this is what we are going to do. Quizzes, yes, thank you for that. That would be great. Big data, AI, sort of demonstration. And again, I would really like to understand a little bit more when we are going to Wonder. So a little bit of more interactions on there would be helpful. Digital tech applications, so demonstrating those sort of application, that would be good. Nutritious food showcase, really welcoming you all to let us know about, you know, how you would do that. And then a meal on our research, showing collaboration, of course. Yes, that would be great. Videos from some of the projects we are already doing, we can do a little bit more. So yeah, fantastic. Impact webinars, we are definitely going to take and virtual games. Yeah, we are definitely going to take some of these suggestions forward, and we would be reaching out to you very soon. Okay. And lastly, just want to know which country your research is focusing on, or which country you belong to, so that we have an understanding of the reach of this network, and where we need more champions if there are a lot of more research for focusing on there, and where we need to focus more and recruit more champions. Okay, so UK coming up very strong and clear. India, UK, Tanzania, Uganda, global. Okay, so more than 2 countries, that's fine. Bangladesh and UK. A little bit more participation would be very helpful. Malawi, China, Ghana, Europe, okay. Nigeria, Africa, UK. I'm sure I saw projects from Indonesia that might have left. Okay, Syria, Western Europe. Okay, 30 seconds more, and then we'll close the poll. Africa. Africa is a continent, Europe is a continent. So we would really like to know a little bit more in terms of the country. US. Croatia. Interesting. Okay, perfect. Thank you. 5 more seconds and we are closing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. UK coming strong there. Perfect. So, can you see my presentation then, Gareth, now, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay, so this brings us towards the end of our conference session on Zoom. But we are still working on Wonder after this, and we will be in touch with you all with a bit more detailed feedback form so that we can address some of the needs better. Thank you so much to all the speakers. Christian for absolutely spot on, mind-blowing chair, for being a mind-blowing chair. Gareth and Alison for organizing this so well. Steering committee members, COIs for helping us with the network activities. We will be meeting in 3 hours now for finishing up with our reviewing proposals for scoping projects. So really, really thankful to all the members. And yeah, we will move on to Wonder in a bit for networking, and Gareth will let you know. But before that, I would like to invite Jeff to say a few words to network for closing this conference. Jeff, over to you.
Thank you, Sonal. I'm slightly disappointed you can't see my face because I've had a fine haircut quite some time ago, and COVID has been very good for me. I've been healthier, lost some weight and that sort of thing. I'm looking good and you can't see me. So as Sonal mentioned, I'm moving on. I've been moved on to go on to other things. I will of course be around and happy to keep in touch with anybody who wants to. But it's time to move on, and nothing lasts forever. So these last 2 days, it's people talk about the new normal coming out of COVID, go to the new normal. Well, the normal for the SFN has been on and on and on, brilliance, and not just brilliance in terms of science and technology, but brilliance in the way people act and that sort of thing. And while I'm very much a technologist and a scientist and that sort of thing, and pushing the concepts of what STFC does, this network is not about that. It's about people. And we'll reverse into what's been going on. And Sonal put a little bullet point at the bottom of her slide earlier, and it was about the babies that turned up, and that was wonderful. Why? Because it's why we're doing these things. And there are many of you across the network also had families over this period, and it's about society and babies. And as we reverse into the network, we look at the different projects each time, and you know, it happens every time I see these projects, both live and both watching them on Zoom. You see the first project and you think, oh, that's brilliant, that's got to be the best project. And then you see the second project and you think, oh wait, no, that one's just as good, maybe it's that one. And it goes on and on and on, right up to the end, the full thrust, full power on project after project after project of interesting things I'd never even thought of. Still, after what is this, the 5th year, you're still surprising me and coming up with unique and interesting ideas. And I thought it was quite key. Yesterday we had the chief scientific advisor from the Food Standards Agency declaring what it was actually all about and what it actually wanted. And guess what? SFN's already in that game, already doing it, because both I and the others have built that strong relationship with good stakeholders, not just in the government, but in other areas, in industry as well. So again, that's about people. But the thing that I was buzzing about that, and I've gone on about this before, is the extended family. The family's building bigger and bigger and bigger. And what did you say earlier, Sonal? 18 countries on that fantastic map. Really good. And I would say to those people new to our family, you are in our family, and I expect you to, you know, I would expect you to quite happily walk into the room and say, I'm from the STFC Food Network, and be that person and own it, and you are trusted to get on with it. And that was the model that I suggested from the very beginning, that we create that trust model. You are trusted to get on with it. You are trusted to go out and make a difference. And we've seen in this year alone, another, what is it, 10 projects, possibly more. I think it's might even be more. Yeah, you're nodding, 10. Thank you. I've been to meet. Go on. More. Great. More. So we say, okay, more. Brilliant. I've been to on projects they're pulling me over to at the moment that have done nothing but have meetings this year. And so, you know, you're all about getting and doing more. So while I might be moving away, I want more. I want you people out there to do more. I want you to expedite this network out there in your own areas and be that, and go forward and do more, because it's highly effective. And if you keep fishing in that way, then the big money will come. Because even yesterday I was at another meeting after the meetings this morning, at another meeting where I said, oh, by the way, something came up. I says, oh, have you heard of the Food Network? People, as you say, going on about, Christian said about taking this model. People are taking that model, Christian, and they were saying it, and people are speaking to Westminster about this concept of little money doing great things. And so, you know, be proud of that, and you've made it work and made it happen. So thank you very much, everybody. It's been a massive privilege to be part of this. You know, I'm just the shiny guy at the front and moving out onwards and upwards. I haven't done these projects, you have. Please continue to do so. Happy to keep in touch. Gareth's got my details, Sonal's got my details, Alison's got my details. Please do keep in touch, and take care, everybody. Thank you very much.